Hey there, maybe here. Alright, well, first of all, it's super early in the morning. It's like 20 to 7. So if I look a little disheveled or tired, I'm sorry. But I got some news last night that's sort of affecting me in a way I didn't really envision it would affect me. I found out that someone I knew in high school, now I wouldn't call us friends. We hung out a couple of times within like my big group of friends. But I wouldn't say we were close at all. I would call us maybe acquaintances, if anything. But I found out that either Thursday night or Friday night he unexpectedly passed away. And, when I found out about it last night, I was like, oh my gosh, that's so sad, and then I didn't really think about it again. But this morning, when I woke up, it's really kind of hit me, I guess, that somebody else I knew in high school is gone, and at a young age. I mean, he was like a couple years younger than I am. And it's something that's kind of tough for me, and I didn't expect it to be tough for me because we weren't close at all. Like, we weren't even really friends, but it's just making me think a lot about life and the way that I treat people and the way that I say things, even though I always try very hard to think before I speak and to not hurt people and to not say things that are going to cause anybody harm. But I'm sure that I have. I'm human, It's something that we've all done. And it's just really, the whole thing is making me think about life and how it's just moving so damn fast. Like, this is like the second or third person from high school that's gone. I'm turning 30 this year in like 8 months. Everything is just going, it always seems like everything is moving so quickly, and life doesn't give you those chances to slow down and take stock of what's going on in your life for the people around you, or to even tell the people that are in your life how you feel about them, or to work out problems with them, or to just laugh with them, love with them, all that stuff that's so important that we take for granted because we're so into, our jobs or our school or reality shows or anything. It's like we forget so much and we take so much for granted. And me too. Like, this is not me preaching. I'm guilty of it myself. Absolutely. And whenever something like this happens, I always try to learn something from it. I remember when I'm in the Gay Straight Alliance at school, and one of our members a couple of years ago had taken her own life. And it was a very difficult thing, very difficult. And as president at the time, I had to explain to the club what had happened, and I never, ever want to go through anything like that again. But I remember right after that happened, I wanted to somehow make it better. Even though I knew I couldn't make it better for her, I wanted to see if I could make it better for others. So I signed up with the Trevor Project, which, if you don't know what the Trevor Project is, it's this call center line, and they're a big organization, and they help GLBT youth, and they're so amazing and awesome. And I was actually going to work on their suicide hotline. And there's like a training that you have to go through, and not everybody gets accepted. They get like something like hundreds of applications, and they only pick a few people, and they picked me. And I went through the entire training, and in going through the training and learning how to handle suicidal people and how to handle attacks and things like that, I realized it wasn't something I could do long term, because it would just break me. It would just break me. I would not be able to handle it every day. But, and I'm getting off topic, but that's one of those things that I did to try to understand what happened to her, and to try to see if I can make it better for other people. But I think in this case, the thing that I'm really taking away from it is that we really don't have as much time as we think we do. We really don't have all the time in the world to tell our boyfriends or our girlfriends or our husbands or our wives that we love them. We really don't have all the time in the world to tell our parents how much we appreciate all the sacrifices they've made for us. We really don't have all the time in the world to reach out to our friends who are hurting, or to go to a movie with somebody or to laugh or to joke or to cry. Like, we don't have all of that time like we think we do. I think when we're young, we always think everything is going to be there forever. Everything is always going to be right there in front of you. You have your whole life ahead of you. That's what everybody always says to me all the time. You're only 29. You have your whole life ahead of you. But how do we know that? You know? I'm sure that my friend who just passed away thought he had his whole life ahead of him too. And now it's gone. And it's not easy. It's not easy. And it's not an easy subject to talk about. And nobody wants to talk about that because it's depressing. And I think most people want to try and be happy and live their lives, but I think it's important to talk about this stuff and important to get it out there because we need to realize that there are points in our lives where we're going to have to slow down and take stock of everything and tell people how we feel and be honest about it and live as honestly as we can and love as honestly as we can and all of that. So I'm really lucky in the way that I'm very open with my feelings. Everything about me, about my soul, about my heart, my mind, everything, it's all accessible. And I share that with just about everybody. There's not a lot that I hold back. But how many of us can say that? You know? How many of us can say that we're able to just share that with people? And we fight, too, about the stupidest thing. And this, again, I'm not preaching. This is absolutely me, too. We get into arguments with each other about petty, stupid shit that does not matter. You know, somebody looked at you a certain way, or someone was throwing shade, or somebody said something that was off color or inappropriate, and we take it so far for something that is not even all that big a deal. And it's to our detriment because somebody that we might have been really good friends with, we could have a fight with them or we could say something bad about them, even just in what we think is idle gossip, and the next day that person could be gone and you don't have a chance to say you're sorry. You don't have a chance to make amends for it. So, I'm rambling, but I guess the whole point of this video is to, you know, live your lives. Live your lives as honestly as you can. Tell the people you love how you feel about them before you might not have the chance to. And laugh every day. Be happy every day. Fuck. I mean, life is just too short to spend it miserable or to be unhappy. Go after what you want. Go after your dreams. Go after everything because, again, you may not always have the chance like you think you do. So, I'm sorry this video is kind of somber, but, you know, I can't be happy all the damn time. You know, I gotta talk about some serious shit too. So, I hope you got something out of this. I hope that if you're struggling with something or if you're feeling down, that maybe this is something that helps you, or at least I tried to make you feel better, I guess. So I think I'm going to turn off the camera and take my ass to work. And we're done.